What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now, watching this video. I do really appreciate you for your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, we're going to be reacting to 50 Cent, The Weeknd, SZA, and Meek Mill, and Metro Boomin, and a lot more rappers in general reacting to Drake's diss track. You get what I mean? So not gonna do too much yapping, man. Let's just play the video, see what it's talking about.
Pop responded. Everybody was in shock. Obviously, when the track first came out, everybody thought it was AI. Then it got later confirmed that it's actually Drake. And Drake went at everybody that went at him. Dissed Rick Ross, Kendrick, Future, Weeknd, and actually named some of them by name. And people were shocked. People couldn't believe that actually Drake took that route. Instead of just potentially going one-on-one with Kendrick, he decided to go at everybody, which was the route I was hoping for. So a lot of people reacted to it. A lot of people that got mentioned reacted to it. And Rick Ross actually responded immediately with the track. So let's go over all these insane reactions from people. And Metro Boomin responded immediately on Twitter. He posted a photo of him, The Weeknd, and Future. And in that caption, he said, "The biggest three," with hashtag "We Still Don't Trust You," which is the latest album that he released with Future. And The Weeknd's all over that album, subliminally dissing Drake, as well as A$AP Rocky. Then from that, of course, The Weeknd responded and posted on his Instagram stories him grabbing popcorn and laughing on the couch. Basically laughing off the diss like it's nothing, like, ha ha ha, you're just making jokes. Because in Drake's diss, he was actually going at not only The Weeknd, but he was going at The Weeknd's manager and clowning them and basically the whole team, just like The Weeknd did with Drake, where he was talking about your shooters, aka Baka Not Nice, is doing TikToks. So Drake responded with a favor by going at his team as well. Following that, Rick Ross went on Instagram and posted a photo of him in the studio and then a video of him laughing in the studio. And then we came to find out a couple hours later, he dropped his own diss track, Champagne Moments, going at Drake and talking about Drake got a BBL and he has a fake nose surgery, and he's richer than Drake, and so on and so forth. And the crazy thing is, Meek Mill responded as well. He posted on Twitter, "Damn shit really up out here." Now, what's got me questioning this is when Meek Mill and Drake were going at it, Rick Ross wanted nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is wild. Now everybody's releasing diss tracks at this point. You get what I mean? Like, this is the era of diss tracks. You get what I mean? If you want to drop a diss track on a rapper, you might as well just do it now. Everybody's going at it, bro. This is wild.
Thing to do with it. But the second Drake and Rick Ross have an issue, he goes at Drake immediately. And you got to think, the reason why Rick Ross explained in his Champagne Poetry track, the reason why he even went at Drake and unfollowed him is because he wouldn't clear a song for French Montana. So Rick Ross would go harder for French Montana than his own artist at the time, Meek Mill. So something is weird about there. If I was Meek Mill, I would be feeling some type of way when it comes to Rick Ross. Because I would say, listen, I'm your own artist at the time when I was signing Maybach Music. You weren't vouching for me. You stayed out of it. But you're vouching for French Montana, and that's why you got involved with going at Drake. I don't know. Maybe Rick Ross and French Montana have more of a close relationship than Meek Mill, but that to me is weird. And if I was Meek Mill, I would have some issues with that. I would look at Rick Ross sideways and be like, is this guy really the guy that has the best intentions for me? But that's just me. I just noticed that it was very weird on Rick Ross's end to do that. But moving on, SZA responded, and she got mentioned in the Drake diss. And Drake was just talking about how you're not in the big three, that SZA got you wiped down, Savage got you wiped down, Travis got you wiped down, meaning that they're way bigger than you and they should be in the big three more than you should. And then SZA responded on her Instagram stories with a funny video.
So now why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See how I get wrong
because you never apologized.
50 Cent responded to the Drake diss, and Drake mentioned 50 in his diss, and he said basically, you guys got me acting like I'm 50, meaning like 50 Cent going at everybody, dissing everybody. And 50 took wind of that, and then he started to respond. So on his post, 50 posted the Drake song, and in the caption says, "All you ninjas got smoked by a light-skinned guy. LOL, y'all better get high as a motherfucker and come up with something." Which that's funny in its own way. You guys better get high and figure out some creativity, because this is up and it's up. And that's 50's opinion on Drake's diss. He felt like, hey, Drake smoked all of them, so everybody has to come up with their own diss record, and I'm already hearing Kendrick's getting something cooked up. So Moving forward, LeBron James responded, and LeBron was caught before he was practicing for a game. He was in warm-up. He was rhyming word for word the Kendrick Lamar Like That verse. And if you guys know anything about Drake and LeBron, they got a close relationship. So I'm sure that made Drake feel some type of way, but I'm sure Drake was like, all right, I'm not going to mention, LeBron James in my diss. That would be messed up. But LeBron responded to it and posted an emoji of an owl representing Drake's OVO, which is the owl, with a bunch of fire emojis. And then he followed that up with nothing like two heavyweights doing what they do best for the love of the sport. And I agree wholeheartedly. Competition, as long as it doesn't get crazy and violent, this is what we like. Two of the best sparring and, giving their best musically. Continuing on, Memphis Bleak responded. And Memphis Bleak has had his own beefs. And, of course, he's basically Jay-Z's right-hand man. He put a bunch of laughing emojis and said, this shit crazy out here, rap heating up again. 100%, man. This is probably one of the craziest couple days in hip-hop, I think, ever on social media and just internet age-wise, because it's been ridiculous. The past like 3 weeks, you could say, has been something where we're expecting something, and then Drake, Kendrick says this, j.cole disses, then apologizes, and then Drake comes out of nowhere. We're thinking it's AI, is it a leak? And then, Future and Metro Boomin dropping another album dissing Drake, and it's just a bunch of stuff going on at once. Rick Ross responding within a couple hours. So, yeah, I agree with Memphis Bleak. It's probably one of the craziest weeks. Then Jay Electronica, who's obviously featured on, the Kendrick Control verse, Big Sean featuring Kendrick and Jay Electronica. And then eventually Jay Electronica got mad at Kendrick for that verse because it basically took the shine away from Big Sean and Jay Electronica, and everybody was paying attention to the Kendrick verse. But he responded, and it was of a movie clip. And it's hilarious because it's like a sergeant talking about, a bunch of people going against one person. And that's what Drake's basically doing. 20v1 is what Drake said on the diss track. So check it out.
You want a war you can't win? Are you telling me that 200 men against your boy is a no-win situation for us?
You send that many, don't forget one thing.
What?
A good supply of body bags.
Hey, that's a hard clip, man. A good supply of body bags. Drake's done his thing so far, man. So it's going to be interesting to see what everybody responds with their own music, because we already got a Rick Ross response in ours, and Rick Ross took the more comedy route. I mean, he did spit some bars here and there, but he took more of a comedy route. So that's interesting in itself. Mike Jones responded. So I know if you guys have no idea what Mike Jones is, basically a huge artist in 2005, blew up in Houston and, took the world by storm. 281-330-8004, which is his number he was calling out. And he was saying, who? Mike Jones? Yeah, Mike Jones actually responded because Drake in the song said, drop and give me 50, drop and give me 50. That is an actual song for Mike Jones. It's called Drop and Give Me 50, featuring Hurricane Chris. She busting it wide open when shaking on the floor. I love that record. Anyways, Mike Jones posted, this is the Drake stimulus package. This is Drake's impact on any artist, whether it has anything to do with him or not. Posted that his Drop and Give Me 50 record, within a couple hours of that Drake diss releasing, gained 300,000 plays. And his caption, he said 300,000 plays out the blue, 100 emojis. So that's an insane boost. 300,000 plays immediately just off Drake saying drop and give me 50, which I wish Drake would have kind of used that Mike Jones track in a way. And if you look more deep into that drop and give me 50 line, yeah, it's talking about, TDE's split on Kendrick's label and how Kendrick's getting 50% and TDE's getting 50%. But think about this. Drake was comparing himself a lot to Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan. And in the song, he's basically, with saying drop and give me 50, he could be also referring to Mike Jones's track and saying, who are you? Because Mike Jones would always say, who? Mike Jones and MJ. Mike Jones, he could be saying, you're nobody. Who? Like, who are you? That's another thing. I know it's a little bit of a stretch and a reach, but thinking about it, it's just like that connection would be really, really deep for hip-hop heads that know about Mike Jones's music. So that's interesting in itself. Regardless, it helped Mike Jones out a lot. 300,000 streams. I'm sure now it's even more, but just off Drake saying that got him streams, which is the crazy influence on Drake. The funniest response, I think, out of all of this is this response. So Drake, when the song leaked and came out, Drake posted a photo of Uma Thurman, the actress in the Kill Bill movie, and she's going up against like 20 people, and it's just her. So he posted that photo, insinuating basically, hey, I'm one rapper going up against all these people just like her. And the funniest response is she responded to that, and she offered Drake the actual outfit from the movie on her Instagram. She tagged Drake and said, "Need this," and posted the outfit. That is probably the coldest and coolest response ever. I mean, that shit was just funny to me. I don't see actors getting involved in this stuff, and that reference is just hilarious, man. So shout out to her for having jokes about everything that's going on. But yeah, that's it for all the responses, some hip-hop, some not hip-hop. And there were, of course, a bunch of streamers and just hip-hop people in general that were reacting to it. And social media just went ablaze, and people were surprised. But this is just the start of it. A lot of people think this is round one. I don't know if I'm going to count Kendrick's verse on Like That as officially a round one. That's kind of the things that started everything. But Kendrick still hasn't dropped like a full diss track going at Drake. So I don't know. I think, as time goes on, people are going to kind of revise history. Because if you think about it, the Jay-Z and Nas thing, Jay-Z started with Super Ugly. But what do people compare? Ether and Takeover. They don't talk about Super Ugly coming out first. So I think that might be something that happens, where Kendrick drops the Like That, and people are going to kind of forget that years down the line and just talk about Drake's Push-Ups tracks and whatever Kendrick releases after that. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's a possibility. So let me know what you guys think of the responses. Do you guys think 50's going to get involved? Who do you guys think will get involved? Meek Mill? Will he see some type of way that, hey, Rick Ross disrespected me, he's going to defend friends?
But yeah, I'm gonna just end this video here though. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section, and just subscribe for more content because it truly does help me out a lot. Now yeah, bro, this is crazy. This is like the diss tracks of the ages, you get what I mean? Everybody's dropping a diss track on each other. Everybody's saying pick a side. You're either with them or you're with us, kind of thing, you get what I mean? And it looks like, Drake's on his own side simply because he had to do a 20v1, you get what I mean? Him by himself dropping a diss track against everybody, you get what I mean? Some people are saying, a lot of people are saying, yeah, everybody's done because Drake's diss track was absolutely insane, if you get what I mean. Drake's diss track was insane. He blew everybody out the dust. And some people are saying it's absolutely garbage, bro. He didn't blow anyone out the dust. He didn't body anyone. The diss track is mid, you get what I mean? So it's mixed. At the end of the day, it is a 20v1, you get what I mean? It's pretty much almost everybody against Drake. So can't really expect everybody to be like, this is the best thing I've ever heard. Everybody's done because Drake just has the best diss track, bro. You know what I mean? It's not one of those situations. It's just like mixed reviews, if you get what I mean. But overall, it just looks like people are now waiting for Kendrick to drop simply because looks like j.cole just completely backed off, completely apologized, does not want to be involved in this anymore. So it's just up to Kendrick to Lamar to basically see how he's gonna respond to all of that, if you get what I mean. Is he gonna go off on Kendrick and Drake, or is he gonna accept j.cole's apology, if you get what I mean, and just go at Drake the whole time? I don't know, man, but yeah, let me know what you guys think and subscribe for more content, man. But that's my opinion, so peace out.